Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because today's story is one that reminds us what love, strength, and courage truly look like when life delivers the unthinkable. It was supposed to be an ordinary, peaceful morning for Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, two people whose laughter had filled television screens and homes for years. Yet, behind closed doors, they were bracing for news that would change their lives forever. After weeks of testing, the doctor's words fell heavy in the air. A terminal diagnosis. For a moment, time froze. Mark, the man known for his effortless charm, his discipline, and his unstoppable drive, sat in stunned silence. His eyes glistened, his composure slipping as reality set in. Beside him, Kelly gripped his hand tightly. She tried to stay strong, but the tears came anyway. In public, Kelly is always composed, bright, witty, the steady heart of morning television. But on that day, the woman who made millions smile was faced with her deepest fear: losing the man who had stood beside her for almost 3 decades. According to friends close to the couple, Kelly whispered over and over, "We'll fight this together." It became their promise, a vow to hold on to hope, even as the world tilted beneath them. For years, the Consuelos family had fiercely guarded their privacy, but this time the truth was too big to hide. Word spread quickly through Hollywood and then across the world. Messages of love and encouragement poured in from fans, co-stars, and even strangers. The flood of support touched Mark deeply. Each message was both comforting and painful, a reminder of how much love surrounded him and how little time might be left to feel it. Mark's life had always been about purpose. From his breakout role on All My Children to his work beside Kelly on Live, he'd built a reputation not just as a performer, but as a man of generosity, always giving back, especially to causes supporting children and education. Now the giver found himself the one in need. At home, their once lively house turned into a sanctuary of quiet reflection. Every dinner, every laugh, every shared glance carried new meaning. Sources say Mark began writing personal letters to each of his children, words meant to guide them long after he was gone. Meanwhile, Kelly stepped back from her busy schedule. Her only priority was Mark. Every appointment, every treatment, every long, uncertain night. This wasn't just a medical struggle. It was a journey of the soul, a story about love tested at its deepest point. Though Mark hasn't spoken publicly, insiders revealed his private wish. If my story can inspire someone to love harder, to live with more compassion, then it will mean something. Those who know him best say his determination remains unbroken. And Kelly, ever the warrior, has vowed to walk beside him, step for step, through every challenge. In the days following the news, their home became a quiet fortress. Kelly's friends say the words, "We'll fight this together," echoed like a prayer in their halls. When Kelly finally returned to Live, it was one of her hardest moments in her life. She greeted the camera with her familiar smile, but her eyes told another story. "My Mark is facing a health challenge. We're processing it, but the love you've shown us has been a light in a very dark place." The audience didn't need more explanation. Their gentle applause spoke volumes. Meanwhile, at home, Mark was adjusting to a new kind of life, one built around stillness, waiting, and reflection. The unstoppable man who thrived on routine and strength now sat quietly beside his wife, scrolling through the endless flood of prayers and messages from fans. One night, his voice rough from exhaustion, Mark said, "You spend your whole life building something. You only learn what it's really worth when it starts to fall apart." Kelly leaned into him, whispering, "It's not falling apart, Mark. The light's just shining through." Their children, now young adults, rose to the moment. Michael, ever the organizer, took charge of logistics and protected the family's privacy. Lola, the musician, filled the house with gentle songs that wrapped their evenings in warmth. Joaquin, the youngest, brought home his contagious energy, the spark that kept everyone smiling. One afternoon, Kelly found Mark at his desk, sketching, not writing. He was drawing plans for a community center, an extension of his lifelong outreach work. "I thought you were writing letters," she said softly. "I am," he smiled, tapping the page. "This is another letter, one they can live in." His new mission became clear. He wasn't just preparing to leave memories, he was building a legacy, something tangible that would help others long after he was gone. Together, he and Kelly poured their hearts into this new foundation, dedicated to children's education and kindness. She became his voice in meetings, his strength in moments of weakness, and his partner, as always, in every sense of the word. There were good days and bad, days when they laughed and dreamed, and others when exhaustion and fear took over. But through it all, Kelly's promise never wavered. "I'll walk with you step for step." This is not a story about tragedy. It's a story about love that endures, even when time seems uncertain. And as they continue this fight together, one thing remains certain. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa have reminded the world that real strength isn't found on camera, it's found in the quiet, unseen moments of love.